overwhelming. So this is a great area. Eventually, you're going to have to go to airports. So I want to show you this and let you become aware of what's going on. And we're looking for domestic arrivals. Okay, we're not going out of the country, so we're in the correct area. So when you are at an airport, you're going to have information overload. And this kind of takes us into holidays. Maybe you're picking up your dad, your mom, your favorite uncle. Hey, that's me, right? But you got to make sure you're in the correct lane. I was in the wrong area, so you got to double check everything. Domestic arrivals, we're looking for Delta. It's stop and go traffic. Okay, so you have to know what area, and we talked about fuel before. Our fuel range is 184 miles. So we drove over 50 miles to get to the airport. And if you don't put enough gasoline in your vehicle, you're going to run out. So we're being patient. It's going to take time to get up to the door to get the client. So there's a lot of good learning going on. We're moving about 2 miles an hour. People are excited to pick up their loved ones. They're nervous, they're sad, a lot of emotions. Maybe you lost someone over the last year. And for a lot of us, when you're driving, you think, is my family going to be okay? Is my dad going to be okay? My mom, my sister, my favorite driving instructor, and there are a lot of emotions that we all go through, because driving is not just a mindless process. You have to think, you have to react. If you're hungry, you're going to drive differently. If I wasn't paying attention, I would have took the road to the right. That is departures, parking, short-term, long-term, valet. I would have been screwed. So you got to know how to read these signs. And if you don't know how, someone's going to be calling you. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to get mad. And you're going to be going in circles. Trust me, I've done it before. So if you just popped in, we're talking about driving in an airport. What does this have to do with driving? It has everything to do with driving. And if you can't read and you get nervous being around hundreds and thousands of cars, and we're in a major metropolitan airport, you will not be able to make it when you drive by yourself. You got to make sure your fuel is good. Got that. Got 187 miles of fuel range. We were at 235. So we won't run out. You want to ideally put enough gasoline in to get to your destination and get back home. We had to pick up this client. They flew in from Texas, got a special project going on. So you need to know how to get to an airport, which expressway to take. Is there construction? Are there detours? You always have to plan for those unexpected things. And this is something we normally don't go over in class. I do some mapping activities, but many of you don't even open a paper map. You don't even know what a paper map is because you use some type of GPS, Google Maps, which is fine, but you can't always rely on that. What if your phone dies? You're screwed. If I stay over to the right, I'm going to be stuck. This lane seems to be moving because remember, we have a client waiting for us. It's cold out here. They're coming in from Texas, which is up in the 80s today. So I'm just rolling down the ramp very carefully. It says no parking over there. I don't want to park. I want to get to the door as soon as possible. They said door 2. We're looking for Delta. So the closer I get, the better I feel. But also, I got to be safe. I got a big truck behind me. I got cars to the right that are just stopping and waiting. They're in communication with their loved ones. I have to pick up this client. So you can see where you can get really stressed very easily. And people do act very crazy. They might get out and, kick your car or do some really crazy stuff. So we're just here waiting. And I'm covering my brake. And again, we talked about being predictable. Are you a predictable driver? You're going to see traffic control people waving these cars through. And I can't just stop here because I'm going to make everyone angry. So you need to know, where is your client? Where's your loved one? Where's your family member? And then So I'm going to keep moving. You can hear, oh man, there's something really going on up there. Like a police situation. And a lot of you don't realize this heavy volume of traffic. New York, Detroit, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Georgia. So this is a really good teachable moment. They're waving us to the left, so I've got to get over. Traffic control people. See, having me get over. Okay, she's pointing hard. So I'm gonna get back over. And this is gridlock. I can't make this up. So this is a very good teachable moment. Hundreds of cars everywhere. The lane's all the way to the right. They're waiting. I'm in the middle lane, so I want to keep moving. And I think a lot of training needs to be done in this type of traffic when you feel comfortable. I would not put you in this type of traffic because your brain would just shut down. It's called information overload. So I want to be predictable. I don't want to hit anyone. I'm looking for a client. I see Delta, I see 2, so you should see the client in a moment, but I got to practice being safe. This would definitely overload you. So I'm just being safe. And if I don't follow the rules, they can call the police and I can be arrested and get my car towed. So I'm just being patient. They do carry guns. I'm not trying to get involved in a situation like that. He's waving me through. He's pointing. So they have to keep this volume of traffic moving. All these lights and all this stimulation. I don't know if I want to get over one lane because I'll be stuck. So I have to get over to the right. What would you do? Would you stay here? Would you get over? These are the through lanes. So I'm gonna. So this lady's got to move up. She's holding me. Okay, he's telling me. Okay, see, I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna get over. Oh, I almost hit him. So it's very overwhelming here. If you can drive in this, you can drive anywhere. And this was just like it was in Texas when I went. And if you're not paying attention, so I'm kind of stuck right now. But the lanes to the left of me, those are through lanes. I've got to pick up a client. The traffic control people are moving forward. It's this person up here with the big truck, you can't see it. They're just kind of bullying their way through. And you don't want to be a driver like that. If you're going to bully other drivers through, you're going to make people very angry and mad. Because remember, it's the holidays. People are very emotional. And we all go through emotions. If you've lost a loved one, no one lives forever. Holidays are a time to reflect and think about the beautiful times of your loved one. So we can't move. This is called gridlock. And now you're going to have more law enforcement officers coming, traffic control. And they have to do a job, and I get that. So I'm gonna get over. I don't want to hit this officer. There's a lot going on. And I want you to see this. You can see this guy walking. He's got a stun gun and a real gun. So I'm just watching. He's grabbing a pedestrian. I'm gonna wave them by. She's like, no, okay. So I'm communicating with the pedestrian.